What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I've been actually thinking about something recently here at Motorfest to where I really do feel like Chase Squad probably could have been something even crazier. Now, we all do know right now that yes, this update is probably going to be the main police update. And what I mean by that is, do you guys actually think we're going to get what in the world y'all doing, bruh? I look back for 1 second and everybody else crashes in front of me, but do y'all think we actually might get more stuff with the Lovely Police update in the future? Now, what I mean by this, though, is, well, is this going to be the only, like, I guess you could say, quote-unquote, Chase Squad update that we are going to get? Funny thing is, I've been playing a different game recently that everybody probably does know of, and I feel like everybody has played it at least once, if it was even in the past or even recently, because it has been remastered, and that's going to be Hot Pursuit 2010. Now, don't get me wrong, I do understand these games are going to be completely different. We do know the licensing stuff in gaming nowadays with all the police stuff. I'm sure it probably plays a role. Looking at something like Need for Speed, for example, so I'm probably sure that does make sense. And even with that, though, I do wonder if this could be something even crazier in the future, or it probably could have been something even more insane than what we did end up getting. Now, guys, I'm not saying this update's going to be terrible, but at the same time, I do feel like the Chase Squad's going to be fun for a bit, but it is going to be a fairly expensive addition into Motorfest. I mean, to even play this, you technically have to spend the $30 on it. Don't we all agree, though, that's kind of a bit steep? The only thing about it is I feel like the overall chasing it is pretty cool. Like, this game mode is dope. But at the same time, I feel like it's going to be almost like a, oh, we have Need for Speed Hot Pursuit at home, or we have Need for Speed at home, or something like that. What I do mean, guys, is do you actually like the Chase Squad update? Do you think it was a great addition to this game? You know what? Before I actually continue that sentence, can I say something real quick about the loading when trying to switch parts? Anybody else notice now on the top left part of the screen that the vehicle you're trying to change to doesn't even show up, and on top of it, the vehicles don't even load in, man. So, how do I actually know what I'm switching to? Because I don't know. Let me switch to this car and click on that bad boy there. I can start another one. But as I was saying, though, do y'all think they might have actually maybe even should have scrapped the entire police type of thing? Do you really think that was going to be a great idea into Motorfest? And there's going to be a few reasons why I did want to bring this up, though. Wow, I just failed really bad there. That was terrible. Okay, I'm failing as a police officer right now. Whoa, there's a bus. Oh my goodness, that was... Watching these other squad drivers go around, man, is kind of... Alright, we lost Sam. He's gone. Nice. Okay, so as I was saying, though, I really do get sidetracked playing this game mode, because here's the thing, it is really fun. The thing is, do y'all really think it was a great addition to this game, though? I do know a lot of people are like, yo, we actually had the update there in the Crew 1. That was pretty cool with the calling all units, which funnily enough was one of my favorite updates. Yeah, it probably wasn't going to be perfect. People said the police were overpowered and stuff, but I enjoyed it. And, you know, I think the reason for that was probably going to come down to the fact that it was going to be a different type of update that you probably never saw in a big open-world racing game like the Crew 1. We then had something like the lovely Takedown update that was in the Crew 2. Yeah, that was going to be kind of fun. I feel like in some ways it wasn't all that great. It was very repetitive. You basically spawn in, wreck some of the racers, and that's all you do. At least I would say in Motorfest that they basically took the entire police idea type of thing, and they made the entire idea even better. Like we all do know, we did indeed get the playlist, but again, that was going to be a $30 expansion, and I feel like if they actually expanded on this even more, it could be seriously amazing, man. The reason why I do say this is I have been playing this a bit recently. I've been playing Hot Pursuit. I've been playing Unbound and stuff, messing with the police, which I'm also going to have a video about Motorfest and Hot Pursuit soon. Definitely stay tuned for that video. I was actually going to do it earlier, but kind of got sidetracked when I was thinking about the Chase Squad update, because I was looking at these cars going, okay, so the Chase Squad cars are pretty dope. What if we did end up getting an undercover type of car that we see something like the lovely Chase Squad car here with the insane livery on it, that I do feel like most people do not seem to be a fan of? Would y'all prefer something like an undercover version of this car where the entire livery is off of it? Maybe the entire car is blacked out with like special rims on it or something. Kind of like the undercover units we see in Grand Theft Auto. Man, you're hopping around, aren't you there, bud? Come here. There we go. Another car taken down. Now, I am going to do another one here in a second, but what I did want to mention, though, is the undercover units from Grand Theft Auto and Need for Speed Unbound. The thing is, would y'all also like to be able to take the liveries off of these vehicles? Does anybody else kind of agree that it's kind of annoying we can't really remove them? I was honestly a bit surprised about this because I did think when we did end up seeing this update, I was like, yo, they could do some crazy stuff with these cars. Now, I'm probably going to take a guess right now, and wow, that was, y'all see this, right? I really just hit the wrong button so bad there. I spawned in with a boat, almost like hitting the wrong cheat code on a game. That was unfortunate. But at least I was able to start it, though. But the thing is, when I was originally seeing this update coming out in Motorfest, I was like, yo, this could actually be kind of dope. You know what I mean? We're going to be getting a new Chase Squad type of thing. Now, I do understand that they probably had to name it the Chase Squad and all that. They most likely did this on purpose because there was probably going to be all kinds of things behind this, like licensing issues. That was something I was thinking about. Do y'all think that's the main reason why certain vehicles are the Chase Squad and also certain vehicles are not? What I'm going to mean by this is we're most likely never going to see certain cars with the Chase Squad livery, which I'm probably going to guess and say right now most people don't want to see the livery on most cars. But that's also why we should have the lovely idea to be able to take them off of the vehicles. That way we can have a really cool looking stealth car with the Chase Squad thing on it. Like maybe take the entire livery off the vehicle, keep the dog on the side of it, change the color of it. The whole car is going to be black, maybe change the coloring of like the letters or something. I don't know, man. I just feel like there's different ways they can make this really interesting. Now, I am going to touch on the game modes and all that a bit more with the hot pursuit part of it, because I do feel like they did miss the mark in certain areas with this entire update as well. Now, I did talk about the lovely playlist and all that, which, yes, it is going to be fun to a certain extent, but I do feel like we really should have gotten more of the race things in there, which would have made it way better. What I mean by that, guys, is going to be a lot more race type of events with a bunch of racers in the one that we did see in the final event in the playlist. I think we should have gotten more of those. These are basically going to be like an interceptor type of thing, which again, I am going to touch more on this in the Hot Pursuit video where I compare them and talk about what this update really could have been. Now again, I do understand you're probably going to be like, dude, the reason why they didn't do that is probably because of the licensing. I do understand we have Toyota in this game. I don't know what their stance is on this or how they even allowed something like this to happen, because you're technically a police officer chasing it, even though you're like the Chase Squad going after the rivals because they're cats and you're dogs. So it does kind of sound weird when you say it out loud, but that's probably the way they did end up trying to do it. My question is, though, are we ever going to get a second version of this in the future? We all do know right now, guys, I'm going to admit this, $30 for the single playlist and the entire Chase Squad idea is a bit insane, like I gotta admit it. But the thing I was actually wondering about, though, is maybe they will add on to this and make it even better. Oh, look at that. Already taken down Cinnamon. Who would have thought? But I wonder if they might end up adding on to this update in the future. I mean, we have this entire map of Maui now. There's going to be so many different areas they can add on to it. And that's the thing, like, there is so much potential around this map for them to add even more of these type of events to it. But the thing is, though, would y'all really like to see a part 2 to Chase Squad? Like, is that something everybody would want? I would probably guess right now and say most players are like, nah, Block, we don't need to see another Chase Squad thing. And also, I do feel like the licensing part is most likely going to pop up and go, yeah, no. This is going to be the main, I guess you could say, police type of thing added. Then we're most likely not going to get anything else. But look at this map, man. There's so many things they can add to it. And I do understand that we will be getting the Season 6 and Season 7 next, which I would say are hopefully going to be pretty dope updates. I do know one's supposed to be like Red Bull based, but the thing is, though, a lot of players did end up spending the $30 on the lovely Chase Squad update. And I have now been seeing way more people saying, yo, do not buy this. It's not going to be worth it. And you know what? In ways, guys, I know we all talked about it. I did make the review video on it. But I do feel like they really should add something onto this for everybody that paid for it. Now, I would say that's probably going to bring a bunch of issues to its own because, well, we are now then going to be getting another update added, but only the players that bought the expansion can play it. That would most likely add even more issues on top of everything else. Do let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. And that was also something else I was wondering about with the entire Chase Squad update that was added. We all do know a lot of players probably played it, enjoyed it for a bit. Now they're all looking for something newer. That also kind of makes me go, okay, so maybe they shouldn't even have taken the route of the entire, like, chase squad police type of thing and done something even different. Do y'all think the entire chase squad thing was a great idea, or do you think they should have done something way different than the entire police thing that we did see in the Crew 1 and also something similar in the Crew 2? I am curious to know what y'all think in the comments below.